Hello, my name is Lavet, Trua, and today we'll run you through our case on CodersTrust, and more specifically our survey including our business skill course and our multi-purpose database that is stored on GitHub.
So for the business skill course, we will start off by looking at the budget for the freelancer. And our freelancer is from Bangladesh. Therefore, the numbers and the cost and expenses we will be looking at are based on Bangladeshi lifestyle. The average hourly rate in Bangladesh as a freelancer is $9. The average work hours every week as a freelancer is 47 hours, which will be the numbers we will which will be based on the revenue. And therefore the revenue and cost are according to the location and the market conditions. We have also decided to make a realistic progress in the newly started freelancers budget, which means that in the start of the year, the freelancer will have a slightly lower revenue due to the low work hours and few projects the freelancer will have, and the more the freelancer will adapt to the market and the industry, the more work hours the freelancer will get, and therefore a higher revenue. Now to the budget we can see is for a whole year, and we have the revenue at the top, and as said before, it starts with a lower revenue and then slowly progressing through the month. As you can see, in January the revenue it is $107, and then slowly growing through the months. Now next to the variable cost, we are looking at the cost, project related cost, which means costs which are directly related to the project with which the freelancer are having, like buying a new computer or a new camera equipment for some future projects. Next up for the variable cost, we have income tax, and the income tax in Bangladesh is 25%, so therefore the income tax will be 25% of the revenue each month. Then next to the total variable cost, and when we take the total variable cost from the revenue, we will be left over with the contribution margin, which shows how much is left after the variable cost. And under that we have the contribution ratio, which shows the same but in percent. Next we have the fixed cost, where we look at something like rent, insurance, internet, telephone, transport and subscription. These fixed costs are the same the whole year, and the total will be $551. Therefore, if we look at the profit or loss, you can be seen that from January to April, the freelancer is having this deficit, and first in the month of May, 5 months into the year, he will start to have a profit, begin to make profit. And to illustrate this better, we have made graphics here where we have the revenue as the blue line, the red line represents the total cost, and the yellow line is the total fixed cost. As we can see, there's a break-even point in the month of May, and this is where the freelancer starts to make profit. And of course, the higher the distance between the revenue line and the total cost, the more profit the freelancer is making.
In regards to the database, there's really not much to say. It's pretty simple with 5 entities. We have the user, which stores all the information. Next on is the topics, containing 3 work fields. Then there's the survey, and the survey contains all the answers from the 12 questions, and it also shows the topic ID as the answer, so it's easier to calculate the points later on. And then there's the questions, and since we made a multiple choice survey with 3 answers, A, B or C, there's also a topic ID for each answer. And at last we have the final score, which is the actual test result, and this score is also shown in the user entity. We've also created some views in order to separate those individuals who, for instance, scored over 50% in the development department and so on. One thing that we did not take into account making the database was the feature to do multiple surveys. Like if you wanted to make a survey about work-life balance. Yeah.
It's you. Are you tired of having to negotiate, not being able to get the position you want? You might need the 4 principles of negotiation. From getting to yes, negotiation and agreement, without giving in. These 4 principles will help you become a master negotiator in no time. Principle number 1, separate the people from the problem. The person you're talking to might be a future business partner or coming friend. You shouldn't be mean or drag the person's relationship into the agreement. At the same time, you shouldn't let already standing relationship interfere with the negotiation. Principle number 2, focus on interest, not position. You might want to negotiate position, but you'll get further by negotiating on interest. You might find common ground, overlapping interest. State therefore your interest clearly and ask about their interest in the negotiation. Which lead to principle number 3, invent option for mutual gains. Now that you know the other person's interests, start making options that satisfy all interests, both hers or his or yours. Focusing on a solution early in a negotiation will limit the scope of the solution. Wait therefore till you know the other person's interest and start creating an option that incorporates yours as well. Principle number 4, insist on using objective criteria for the solution. An option should be based on objective criteria you both agree on. Using these criteria, you'll be able to find common solution.
The purpose of the survey is to identify people as either creative, development, or digital marketing. The result scale is either every answer will have the result of either being digital, creative, or development. You will then be given the result, and the result will be used to lead you to a course at CodersTrust, which will lead you to a career path.